Very warm welcome to all of you joining this particular video. And what I want to do is I want to share with you some insights on a directed training program that I have, which I believe is basically game changing and life changing as well. And I'll tell you why. So let's just deep dive into what I have to share. I've just got a few slides that I want to share with you. It will give you a perspective as to why this particular program stands apart from all the other programs. So let's deep dive in and I can give you some more insights on this. What I want to do is first and foremost, just to let you know that who is this for? This is for, doesn't matter whether you're a seasoned director, it doesn't matter whether you're experienced as a director, you will be able to get a lot of insights from this particular training program. It's also for new directors who have just come in as directors. This is extremely essential, in my opinion. CEOs as well as executives and aspiring to be directors, those who want to be directors in the next 1, 2, 3, 5 years, whenever it is. But this is for those aspiring to be directors, and it's applicable to family, private companies, large companies, globally. It doesn't matter where you are. You'll find that all the pillars that I'm going to share with you are heavily impact driven from, what I'll be discussing. Now, first and foremost, I just want to share challenges. And by the way, I have been a board accountability partner. I've helped very many companies. I've been a non-executive director. And I'll tell you more about myself, but I want to share with you a common pattern of challenge that very many face. The first is, and this is very important, is lack of confidence. And there was this one particular service company, and we had this one particular director. She was extremely knowledgeable, and she had that competence. But the problem is she lacked that confidence. That was one of the things. And due to that, the contribution was not fully coming out. So she couldn't unlock her full potential. That was one of the challenges. Secondly, I noticed that direction, having that clear direction, and I call it specific point of destination SPOD in my program. But the most important thing is having that clarity in place, because clarity is where the power is, clarity is where the impact is. Again, alignment at the top is very important, and that is one of the key missing links. So if you're talking about what sort of direction we are looking at, it's basically also a direction having clarity in strategy, having clarity in vision, and having clarity in purpose. But I'll be talking more about this in the program. But I just want to share with you that this is another key challenge. A third one is overwhelmed, and we are all bombarded with a lot of information. I think right now, the one thing which everybody is really finding scarce is time. And we all are looking at how we can really manage our time better. So, there are very many who are overwhelmed, and that leads to stress and frustration at the end of the day. The other challenge is struggle in growing companies. Now, why is this important? Because of the competition out there, because of the disruption out there, because of, global changes taking place. And this really means that everybody needs to be at a faster pace altogether, and this really hampers growth of companies in many instances. Another key challenge is lacking that know-how of digitization and how to really converge technologies. We know about AI, and we all know about what it does, but now we are moving into another level, which is convergence of technologies. So lacking that digitization, lacking the integration and the implementation of digitization, and making sure that you are more efficient, so that digitization in the decision-making process really helps propel the company forward. The other challenge is board conflicts, and I've seen this happening time and again. There's ego issues, intimidation, even some members who feel that they know everything. So there are very many different sorts of board conflicts coming in. And by the way, I should also mention conflict of interest as well in many instances. So these are challenges which I wanted to basically share. And finally, indecisiveness. And this is extremely costly, not really taking action because of the doubt, because of the mindset. And I always say that 20% is to do with the skills and competencies, 80% is to do with our mindset and how we really work towards having that right correlation in place. And now, wherever there are challenges, you and I know that there are multiple opportunities. So I want to share with you some opportunities here. Now, with training and development, what will happen is you'll be able to sharpen your competence. And confidence comes, like we know, it comes from competence, and competence is knowledge, skills, and experience at the end of the day. So when you have your knowledge, skills, and experience, elevated, what's going to happen? You'll be able to contribute better. And this is where the impact is. And like I say, intelligence comes from asking the right questions, and knowledge comes from getting the right answers. So here's the thing. The second biggest opportunity is leadership skills, having those sound leadership skills. Because if you want to stand apart, if you want to make an impact, if you really want to connect with all your stakeholders, then you need sound leadership skills. That is another key element, and it's a big opportunity with the training and development. Another key opportunity is positioning yourself, because you'll be not only walking the talk, but you will be positioning yourself as an authority, as somebody assertive, as somebody knowledgeable as well. The other key element is that leveraging technology, because you'll be able to pick up signals, you'll be able to figure out exactly how to integrate technology when you have the right training in place. Like I mentioned, confidence. You'll be able to be more confident. And when you are confident, what is going to happen? You'll be able to communicate with clarity as well. And again, mindset as well. Another, the big challenge we all have is this mental health issue of having this balance in place. And, having this particular training program will give you the opportunity to make sure that you have clarity in your mindset. You and I, we have about 60,000 thoughts every single day. And 90 to 95% of those thoughts, they spill over to the next day. So, it's about mindset, about making sure that you recalibrate and refine your thinking in such a way that your thought process is actually aligned with your goals, with your purpose, and balancing with your life activities as well. So the other point which is very important is with training and development, you will also become more resilient. And when you have that resilience in place, then you will rise above the noise, as I say. So it's not about micromanaging, or it's not about a little bit of gossip here and there, because you'll rise above the noise and you'll elevate, because you'll be looking at the bigger picture altogether. And that makes a huge, profound impact. And you become more proactive as well. And you'll be able to maximize time. Why do I say maximize time? Time will never come back. You and I know that. So time is critical in all of our lives. And in this particular instant, you need to make sure that you can maximize your time in such a way that you can leverage, at the same time have that work-life balance in place. Now, for those who don't know me, I just want to quickly give you a brief about myself. I'm a former finance and commercial director, where I helped a group of company grow 20-fold, yeah. And, we really scaled up in different territories as well. I had an audit practice as well, which grew 40-fold. And that was within 24 months. So I've been there. I know exactly what it takes. I've got 7 award-winning training programs. These have a green light status award from the UK Trade and Investment. So all my programs have got credence, but now I just have one mainstream program. I'll be talking about that one. And up to about 2019, 2020, I was a leadership and board coach. But now I've shifted and gone into becoming an accountability partner. And that is one of the reasons why I stand apart. As an accountability partner, as a board accountability partner, what happens? It's not about coaching, mentoring alone, or holding people accountable or training, but it's about shifting behaviors. That's when you have accountability partner who's going to make a huge impact in whatever you do. And this is after deep research that I found out that being an accountability partner has a huge impact in companies. I've helped companies grow up to fourfold in 18 months post-pandemic as well. After the pandemic as well, I've helped companies grow. And that was, by the way, in the manufacturing industry itself. I'm a policy governance consultant who has been trained by Dr. John Carver personally. And Dr. John Carver, he's the inventor of the policy governance model. And I know very many large accredited companies who use policy governance, and they're only around 300 worldwide. I'm an MBA in finance, fellow chartered management accountant, fellow chartered certified accountant. I've got over 200 testimonials. In fact, I've got some video testimonials as well. And I've got a YouTube channel, which I keep on sharing new insights every now and again. So let me shift gears. And what do you really need as a director or aspiring to be a director or as an executive or a CEO? What you need is the tools and strategies. You need to deep dive and have the right tools and strategies to really make an impact. And the second point which I want to raise is that it should not be just one-off. It should be relevant. That is what it is. It has to be current, because the current conditions are different from what it was in the past. Past does not equal the future or the present. So it has to be relevant. The third one, what you need is, it has to be a no-brainer. I mean, when it comes to the financial commitment or when it comes to any outlay, it has to be a no-brainer. There has to be that trust element, but it has to be a no-brainer. It has to have 100-fold value minimum to make it a no-brainer. And I will share with you why this particular training program is a complete no-brainer. It has to make a strong, profound impact altogether, because every minute of the training, whatever I share with you, it has to make an impact, and there has to be those transformative turning points in your particular journey, in your company's journey as well. And what you need is an ongoing training, but at no additional investment, which is next to impossible from what I know, because there are so many subscription-based programs. But I'll tell you, in this particular case, my particular training program is completely different from the rest, and I'll show you why. And it has to have credence, and my programs are award-winning, like I said. So it has to have some sort of credence. It has to have some sort of a validation as well. These are some testimonials I want to share. Thanks to Vijay's effort, our group achieved a remarkable 20x growth. This was Roger Stedman, former chair, Stedman Group. Excellent and valuable insights, 10 out of 10. Would have loved a more detailed, longer presentation. So these are just some testimonials I wanted to share with you. So I now want to go into this particular program that I have, and that is become a high-performing director in 90 days. And why 90 days? Because this particular program has got 11 modules. And these 11 modules, I would advise you to drip feed and use one module a week. So you have got 11 weeks, and the 12th week, you can recap and you can summarize everything, all your points. So that is why in 90 days, I believe that you will be in a position to become a high-performing director. And what are some of the components of this particular training program? All the roles and responsibilities. There's a lot on governance as well. We'll be discussing legal aspect, succession planning, leadership. There's a whole module on leadership, board culture, leveraging performance, stakeholder relation, digitization, how the board can triple your bottom line. So, these are just some elements which I'm sharing with you. There's a lot. And the training program, this particular training program is 7 hours, 42 minutes, if I've got it right. 7 hours, 42 minutes of training. It's got completely deep dives into everything, including digitization, disruption, what you really need to do, what a chair needs to do, what an independent director needs to do, what a non-executive director needs to do, why you need a board. Everything is there. So that is one key component of this particular training program, why it's impact driven. So the features, let me share some features here. This is online, so it's 24/7. You can access it anywhere in the world 24/7. Secondly, you get lifetime access. So doesn't mean that it's got a finite period. It's lifetime. You can access it for life. Third is it's got an award, Green Light Status Award from the UK Trade and Investment. Now here's the thing. This is where you're going to have a lot of value. I have created this workbook which has over 200 questions with interpretation for each question. So there's a question, but why that question is so important. And it has got all the elements. And if you handpick some of these questions and pose it with whatever you're doing, you'll see the impact it can really make. So that in itself is worth the value of this whole training program. And it's also got an e-manual, so the whole program comes with a completely it's fully colored. It's got all the graphics and everything. It's your handbook. It's something which you really like. But that's not where I stop. You also get some additional training programs, and this is the governance edge. By the way, this is the raw version of me talking about governance with a different perspective altogether, as well as achieving boardroom excellence. So I've done other programs as well. You get those at no additional cost. But not only that, you'll also get the finance for directors and executives program, because finance is the lifeblood of your organization. So you need to have those financial know-how, and I'll be sharing this particular program. I'll be giving it to you. This program alone was £997, but you'll get it at no additional cost. So what's your investment now? Total price is £7,485, but you only invest £1,297 one-off. It's just a one-off investment for you, but you get lifetime access. But here's what I'm doing, and this is for a limited time because, I can't keep on doing what I'm going to share with you. And this, I want to take it to the next level. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a subscription program. It's the Director Excellence subscription program, which is worth £3,000 every year. Annually, it's £3,000, but you get this one at no additional cost. So if you sign up, you're going to get this particular program at no additional cost. Every single month, I bring out a new video. So every single month, you get everything, what is happening, what's not happening. And, those who have invested in this particular program, they share insights that, Vijay, can you share this particular challenge that I'm having? So I look into what people, potentially want. And some of the videos which I've done, this program was launched just about 3 months ago. So about 3 of the videos that I've done is handling difficult directors in one particular month, how to scale your business. That's, I think, about 40 minutes of training. And impact experiences. These are some practical examples as to what you really need to do. So you already get access to all these other new drip feed videos, which are on a monthly basis that you get. So this is at no additional cost, but you get this as part of this whole package. And this is the whole package itself. You get the Direct Excellence bundle, and you get all the programs with it. Now, here are some more testimonials. This session, I've done very many sessions. I was, in fact, in Morocco just a month ago or so, where there were 40 business leaders that I'd done as well. So there are very many presentations and events that I do. And this session was super and very informative. I would expect a growth of 15 to 20% in my business. Excellent and very insightful, 10 out of 10. The futuristic thinker session was uplifting, inspiring, and introspective. 10 out of 10, feeling empowered and motivated. Progression to excellence session was excellent and expect threefold growth. And I share all these insights in this particular program. Now, here are the benefits that you get. You'll be more confident. You'll have the confidence to really move the needle, as I put it. And here's the another thing. Your energy levels will be elevated, because when you start understanding, when you start grasping all the insights, you'll be able to deliver with high level of energies, then you and I know that energy is where we have maximum impact. You'll be able to widen your circle of competence. I know Warren Buffett came up with the circle of competence, but I'm using his terminology, and you will be able to expand your competencies, because you need to evolve, you need to grow, you need to ignite, you need to move to the next level. And this is why this particular training will help you to do that. You'll have the ability to detect patterns as well. So you'll be able to stay ahead of the curve. And there's one particular video I'm going to do on how to detect patterns, not only using digitization, and we know we can use digitization and technology, but at the same time, I want you to look at it from a different perspective, and I'll be sharing some insights on that as well. Clarity and accountability. You'll have complete clarity, and you'll have that accountability piece in place as well. And you'll be able to make highly effective, informed decisions. So that is very important. You'll be able to make those calculative decisions. So it's only a one-off investment of £1,297. I mean, it's subject to change in future, but for now, the £1,297. And the next steps are very simple. You just need to click the link below. You'll get immediate access. Like I said, this is only for a limited period. If you do have any questions, that's my email, vijay@renteddirector.com. I'm happy to answer any questions or any thoughts that you might have, or any clarification that you need. And look, most important, whatever you do, I wish you the very best. But most important, I really look forward to seeing you in the inside of this particular training program. And I'm looking forward to helping in your particular journey of you progressing to excellence soon. Thank you very much. Bye for now.